Are you straining your voice when you sing? I meet many singers who have a beautiful voice, a beautiful talent in music, but they are singing with so much of strain because their vocal technique is very poor. Remember, strain is something which happens gradually. First, it starts as a mild strain, so you just feel a little uncomfortable while singing. Then gradually it goes into severe strain when you start feeling throat pain and frequent problems with your voice. And then eventually it becomes vocal damage. Now, if you are in the mild strain phase, then you can get help from a voice trainer, right? Somebody like me can listen to you and suggest how to improve your technique and sing in the right manner without strain. But if you go to the next two stages of severe strain and then vocal damage, then it becomes very difficult even for a voice trainer to transform your voice. Because once you go into the vocal damage phase, then it becomes a medical condition. It is something only a doctor can treat, right? So first you will have to repair your vocal cords, repair your vocal apparatus, and that will require a long series of medication and voice rest and all of that, and only after that you can even think of singing, and even then there is no guarantee that you will get back your original voice. So that is why I say vocal strain should be detected very early so that you can fix it before it goes to the next stages. So in today's video, I am going to give you a very simple test, but a very important one, by which you can detect whether you are straining your voice while singing. So I am going to ask you 5 simple questions, and if your answer to even one question is yes, then that means you need to start focusing on voice training and eliminate that strain ASAP. Okay? So I am Pratibha Sarathy and you're watching VoxGuru's YouTube series. If you enjoy our videos, please do subscribe to this channel right away and don't miss out on plenty of exciting content that we have in store for you. So let's get started with the test. My first question for you is, does your head keep moving up and down when you sing? So I see many singers whose head moves along with the notes. So when they are singing lower notes, they go like sa, ni, da, pa. And when they are singing higher notes, it goes like sa, re, ga, ma, pa. Okay, so literally the head is going up and down along with the notes. So if you are doing that, then that is the first indication of strain. So first and foremost, your posture has to be fixed. No matter whether you are singing the lower notes like sa, ni, da, pa, or the higher notes like sa, re, ga, ma, pa, there should be no head movement. You should be able to sing all the notes comfortably without moving your head. The second question is, does your singing sound like shouting? For example, when you sing the lower notes, you may sound quite normal like sa, re, ga, ma, pa. But when you sing the higher notes, do you sound like sa, re, ga, ma, pa? Are you having to shout a lot to actually reach the note? Do you feel that without shouting, I cannot reach the note at all? If you feel that way, then this is also a sign of vocal strain, because there is a clear difference between singing and shouting. So while singing, even when you are singing high notes like even with high notes, your voice should sound melodious, it should sound pleasant. It should not have that shouting quality. Third question, do you apply a lot of force on your gamakams? I see many Carnatic singers singing like this. Sa, ni, sa, da, ni, pa, ma, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, pa, da, ni. Do you see how much of force and pressure is being applied on the voice when we sing like this? Many people think that singing Carnatic music means giving a lot of force. There is a word called aluttam which is used in Carnatic music. In Tamil, it means force or pressure. So this word aluttam has been misused in many ways, and it is making people think that they have to really push their voice in order to sound Carnatic. But no, your Carnatic sound does not come from the force or this aluttam that you are trying to put. The Carnatic sound comes only when you have clarity in your gamakams. So if your gamakams are really clear, then you don't need to put this much of force. You can totally sing it like sa, pa ma ga ma pa da ni pa da ni sa re sa ni da pa da ni. I felt a lot happier, a lot more comfortable, a lot more effortless when I sang like that. So if you are a Carnatic singer who has been told that you have to slam your throat in order to sound Carnatic, please rethink, please save your voice from vocal damage, because you cannot sustain that style of singing for more than a few years. The fourth question, does your lower octave sound very breathy and airy, like that is also a sign of vocal strain, because when our voice is fresh and strong, the low notes will sound very resonant, like okay. But if it's going into the airy space, like that is a sign of vocal fatigue, which is caused by strain. And the last question, which is not related to singing but very important for vocal strain, do you face voice abuse? Now, apart from your singing, how else are you using your voice in the rest of the day? That also makes a huge difference, right? Because we are not using a separate voice for talking and a separate voice for singing. It is the same vocal apparatus. So if we are abusing the voice or straining the voice during other activities, like let's say we have too many meetings, or we talk too much, or we have to talk too much for our profession, and if our technique of speaking is actually causing strain, that is obviously going to affect your singing also. You know, even I used to face this problem because my profession also requires me to use my voice for the entire day. So right from the early morning till the late night, I am doing something or the other with my voice. Either I am practicing music, or I am attending my classes, or I am conducting classes, or I am creating videos, or I am attending a meeting with my team. All of this requires talking or singing, right? So I have to be very, very careful of how I use my voice. I cannot afford to put my full voice out there for all these activities. Some activities I need my full energy. Like for example, when I'm making this video, I need to be 100% energetic, right? Otherwise you will get bored with the video. But there are other places where I can definitely conserve energy. I can definitely be a more mellow version of myself. So you have to find that in your life. You have to prioritize where you really need to give your 100%, where you can afford to conserve your vocal stamina. Okay, so that is something you really have to think about and implement it on a day-to-day basis. So those were my 5 questions. I want you to give me a simple yes or no answer to each question, and please drop your answers in the comments. So if your answer to even one question is yes, then that means you are showing signs of vocal strain and you need to get help right away before it gets worse. And if you want to get professional guidance to work on your voice, improve your singing, and also get rid of the vocal strain, then you are most welcome to join VoxGuru's live curriculum. We have a beautiful voice culture live course where I have included many exercises and techniques from my own experience. So I have been experimenting with many voice techniques for the last 10 years. Some of them have helped me, but some of them have not helped me. So I have chosen only the most effective exercises, and I have tried to put together a very balanced program which will help you work on different aspects of your voice. Because voice training is not just about working on one thing, right? You have to work on different things because everything is related. Your breath control, your resonance, your projection, your flexibility, everything is related to each other. So when you work on one thing, you are actually helping the other things, right? So this is the kind of approach that we follow, and it takes some time to actually see a visible change in your voice, right? Just by knowing the techniques or just by learning the techniques, it is not very easy to implement it because we have been following certain habits for many years. So correcting that and coming on to a new style or a new technique actually takes time, and you need that step-by-step guidance from an expert. So please do join us in this course by dropping us a WhatsApp message. I have shared the link in the description. So just say hi and we'll get back to you with all details of our program. And also don't forget to download the VoxGuru app where you can find plenty of self-learning courses as well. So I have about 6 courses in voice culture there also. So if you want to learn on your own, you want to pick up some techniques, some exercises by yourself, then feel free to download the VoxGuru app. I've shared the link of that also in the description. So please go ahead, explore the app as well, and I'll be eagerly waiting for that WhatsApp message. Take care and see you soon.